I don't know. I mean, this is making me feel like I should probably, carry out a research on whether or not temperament is spiritual. Like, is temperament spiritual? Like, is there anywhere in the Bible where God or Jesus acknowledged the fact that temperament could influence a person's attitude? Yeah, because I feel that as a choleric, like, okay, so a brief one on the different types of temperaments that we have, in case there's someone watching who doesn't know. We have four types of temperament. And what are temperament? Temperament defines, help us to categorize different personalities. I mean, so when we see a person, such that when we see a person, all smiley, happy, you know, jumping from one place to the other, loves to party, we know that it's not really like this person is an unserious person. It's just that that is the person's personality. Or when we see a person you know, who is a perfectionist, who wants everything to go in order, who wants everything to be in order, that's the word, who wants the whole place to be organized, who wants all the resources gathered, then we all venture out, to embark on a project, who wants the one project to be perfectly done before we move to another. We don't feel like this person is demanding for too much. We just embrace the person, that this is the person's personality and it is a good personality, because we obviously can't have a person who loves to party. You can't have a bunch of party lovers in an organization. We are most likely not to achieve much if you have party lovers in an organization. But if you have a touch of a perfectionist, because party lovers, all smiley people, friendly people, social people are those referred to as sanguines. They love to make friends, they love to talk, they love to meet people, they just love to relax and be happy, and they want other people to be happy. So if you're not happy, they're all over you till they get your smile, then they move on to the next person. When they enter a room, the whole place is lighted up, because there's no sad moments with them. They crack jokes and they ensure that everybody laughs. Okay, those are sanguines. And of course, we have the opposite, which is the melancholy, the male. We call them male. The melancholies are those who keep to themselves. They are very reserved, they are perfectionists. Why a sanguine can start a project, say for instance, our boss just entered the room and says, you all should get so thing done before 2 p.m. And then at maybe 80%, when you're 80% done with the project, a sanguine can motivate everybody, direct everybody's attention to, playing a game, or maybe just eating out before 2 p.m., or doing any other thing aside from the project you're supposed to be working on. But a melancholy would ensure that that thing is 100% perfectly done before he or she can stand up to do anything else. A melancholy will ensure is never easily distracted. Okay, but a sanguine, if a sanguine is supposed to, is on probation, like it's the person's last chance to do something right, and then another person walks in to say, hey girl, have you seen so movie? Say, oh really, do you mean it's interesting? And then a sanguine is gone. So sanguines are easily distracted, but a male is never easily distracted. They don't easily make friends, they don't find it easy to make friends. But when you talk to them, they welcome you, okay? they talk back to you. If you want to be friends with them, they will definitely also um, welcome you as a friend. They don't mind, okay, but they don't go all way out to make friends by themselves. So a melancholy is organized, 100% organized. A sanguine's room is almost turned upside down. Like you see their pillow in the sitting room, not throw pillow in the sitting room. You'd see, say, a bathing soap in the kitchen. You'd see different things, all things disorganized. But like a melancholy, unlike a melancholy, everything must be in their right places. Okay, that's for male. So now there's these two other temperaments that, okay, so we have the choleric. The choleric, a sanguine can sleep all day. A sanguine can watch movie all day. A sanguine can party all day. A sanguine can be on the phone all day. But we have the melancholy who is result driven, result oriented. When a choleric is not doing things, a choleric is not happy. When a choleric is, you know, maybe when a choleric finds him or herself, his or herself, in a gathering, say a party, he or she begins to feel bad, feel guilty for not being productive. A choleric also make friend. A choleric also does not do things 100% perfectly, but they sure can accomplish 10 projects 80% done. Unlike a sanguine who doesn't mind if he or she has done just one thing 20% done. Like a sanguine doesn't care as long as they are happy, as long as they are, socializing, they are okay. But a choleric just wants to be doing stuff. And I don't know if they are the bad aspect. Okay, so as a boss, if a choleric is a boss, the choleric is likely to use the employees. They're likely to overuse, in fact, overload the employees with work because they just want to accomplish maybe everything in a day. Okay, that's a choleric for you. And also, a choleric is easily given to mood swings, just like the melancholy. The melancholy is likely to have mood swings too, like just at the tip of a finger, they are smiling right now, and then in the next 2 minutes, they are all sad and stuff. So then we have the phlegmatic. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. You're welcome. Then we have the flag. The flag, you have to push the flag to do stuff. They are not result oriented like cholerics. If you Once you push the phlegmatic, he or she is likely to do things like, okay, just do, okay. But a flag is a loyal friend, loyalist. When they are your friend, they are your friend. When they are not your friend, they are not your friend. Okay, a choleric also. Well, I guess that we'd have an idea of what the different temperaments are. So for instance, if you're an indoor person, a perfectionist, always looking well dressed, organized, you're likely to be melancholy. And if you like things 100% well done, one thing 100% well done before moving to another thing, you're a melancholy. But if you love to do things, even with the little resource that you have at your hand, if you just love to embark on projects, like, okay, so we have this and this, let's just move on and start doing things. And if you're just results driven, if you are in between extrovert and introvert. You're slightly introverted and slightly extroverted. You're a choleric. Okay, but if you are, say, 100% introverted, you're a flag, if you're a loyalist, if people have to push you to do things, like, it's good for you, you know it's what you're supposed to be doing, but you don't feel motivated to do it, so a flag. But once you're motivated, you just push on and push on till you are done. You are a phlegmatic. But if you're self-motivated, like, whether or not anybody's applauding, whether or not anybody's seeing, you just want to be doing things, and you're not doing things, you're not happy, you're a choleric. So, but if you are a partying type, always going to parties, always social, always, you just enjoy watching movies or talking all of the time, you're a sanguine. If you don't care if anything is done, like, if you don't care, if you just want people to be happy, like at your place of work, you're supposed to work on something, and you people don't have inspiration, or you don't have an idea of how to go about it, and all you feel like doing is to make people laugh. Well, let's laugh it off. You're a sanguine. Now, having explained all the different temperaments that we have, that brings me to the question: is that spiritual? Like, is this something, just like we have mental health, like, people have different levels of mental health. Some people, when they are stressed, all they want to do is just keep mum and just be by themselves, and not talk to anyone, not go out. They just want to lock up. And why some people, when they are stressed, what they want to do is watch movies, go out, party, and all those things. Okay, why some people are happy all the time? Like, some people are maybe relatively happy all of the time, relatively healthy all of the time, and always reasonable all of the time. We have some people who are not reasonable all of the times. We have some people who are easily pissed all of the time. We have some people who are easily angered. And this is as a result of their mental health, because some people, their kind of job, their kind of environment, also their family, their background contribute to how their mental health turn out. Okay, so for instance, a wife who is carrying all the responsibility, or a first child who is always compared to the siblings, is likely not to have a good mental health, is likely to have a self-esteem issue. Okay, even when outside with colleagues and, say, mates, course mates, or what have you, they're likely to have an esteem issue. So that brings us to the so now, if you look at temperament and mental health, we see that they are quite intertwined. Okay, personalities, right? Um, Temperament has to do with personalities, while mental health has to do with a lot of factors, like, family background, like I said, environment, okay, the kind of work you do. Um, so, having said that, we can see that both of them are quite intertwined. So in case you're having issue with your person, you're having issue with interacting with people, like you don't want to talk, well, that's just fine. It's okay not to want to talk. You shouldn't have to talk all of the time. Even the Bible encourages us to bridle our tongue. A wise person would keep quiet. The Bible says when a stupid person keeps quiet, is mistaken to be a wise person. That is when a foolish person who doesn't know anything keeps quiet in a setting. People mistake the person to be a wise person because they've not heard him before. They feel that this person is listening, this person is not arguing, this person wants to know where you're coming from, wants to know your point of view, and so they are eager to hear from the foolish person. But if the foolish person, you know is, say, maybe wise enough to keep quiet all through a conversation or a meeting, people's eyes will be on that person and they'll be suspicious of, is there something this person is withholding, like this person must be a wise person. Okay, so it's okay not to want to talk all of the time, it's okay not to want to go out all the time, it's okay to want to be indoor all the time. You don't have to go out, you don't have anything to do outside, why should you go out? You don't have to go on that date, why should you go? Just stay back. So I can remember like sometime last week or last 2 weeks I was supposed to go out, like go to meet someone, and I jumped up like though it was getting late in the night, like it was around past 5, and no, I think it was around 4 at the time. And I just said, okay, I'm coming. So we agreed I was going to go over, and I stood up immediately, dressed up. I was done, I'd kitted up and stuff. So as I was going out, I'd worn my shoe. I just needed to step out, and I felt reluctant to leave the house. Okay, and I paced a few seconds, say a minute, and then at some point I just went back inside to pull up my coat because I wasn't feeling like going out. So if you don't want to go, meanwhile the following that was around past 4. The following, I think around past 3 that day, but the following day, okay, or 2 days later, I came back from the church and I was feeling like going to this same place. But on getting to there, I saw that mom was not around and I had to prepare for that day before going. And by the time I started cooking, finished cooking and stuff, it was past 5. Guess what? I dressed up and still went. This was the same place that I wanted to go like 2 days back. That I felt okay, this is 3 already. Before I get on the road, before I get to the place, it'll be around 5. Now, this particular day that I eventually went was past 5 before I left the house, and I didn't get there till around 6, past 6. Okay, so it's just okay to want to be indoor. It's okay to not want to talk. It's okay to not want to talk. It's okay to not want to go out. It's okay to just want to be alone. So, but then, of course, there is the part of the Bible that also says that, you know, you know, talking, socializing has the good aspect too. As a believer, if you're a believer, you need to be, say, social, because how do you spread the good news without being social? You don't come to me looking sad, looking gloomy, wearing a tired, worn out face, looking angry, and you want to preach the good news. Say my face is like this now. Jesus, I once said that Jesus loves you. How do you there's so you as a believer you need to also be social. You need to be all smile even though you don't feel like it. Just do it. Yeah. Because the Bible, the Galatians 5 verse verse 16 now talks about the fruit of the spirit, and we have it to be love, we have it to be kindness, we have it to be goodness, we have it to be temperance, we have it to be patience. So when you have love, even when you don't feel like it, just this, in fact, just last night, I still felt like a bit of resentment. I felt resentment building up in my heart towards someone, and I was like, my heart just went to that Bible verse about the fruit of the spirit, and immediately I had to rebuke that. No, you can't do that. You can't unlove a person. You have to keep loving, regardless, despite all. Nevertheless, you have to keep loving, you have to keep being good, you have to keep being kind, regardless of what the person has done or what the person has not done, regardless of the person's part. Even if you feel like this person does not deserve your love, you just still need to love. So now, which takes us back to the question we asked at the beginning of the video, that is temperament spiritual? Is it spiritual? I wouldn't say. I don't think it is spiritual. I don't think so. I don't think it's because it say that he who is born of God is not a new creature. Okay, and if you're a new creature, you don't have any other um, characteristics than that of God. So anything God is is who you are, is what you are. So if God is loving, then you're loving. If God embraces all, that's a sanguine. Are you serious? That's a sanguine. Sanguine embraces all. When the sanguine loves you, the sanguine loves you. Okay. So I feel that the Bible should just be our guide. If God is loving all the time, even if you've just done something wrong, loves you as long as you're willing to go back to the word, ask for forgiveness, and love Him back, He would do the same for you. He would love you, He would love you still. So, temperament, mental health, they are what they are, but our reality is actually what God defines us to be. Okay, our reality is what defines us to be. And we should work hard at being that person whom God desires us to be. With the help of the Holy Spirit within us, with the help of the Holy Spirit within us, trusting Him, depending on Him to help us at every. You know, there are times that you have to go out, like you really have to go out. I remember that sometime last in August, I had to attend a sister's wedding. Like this sister is dear to me, but I am not a party person. I am not a party person, but it's because of this sister that I would say that maybe partly I'm a fashion designer today, okay? And so I saw on her status that she was getting married. I was like, are you kidding me? You didn't tell me you're getting married. And I was like, I will attend this sister's wedding. So at some point, getting close to this to the wedding day, like a day to the wedding day, I was already feeling myself like, oh mom, you're not a party person, please stop trying. Just stay at home. But then again, I was just like, I want to attend this sister's wedding. She means something to me, and I must be there to grace her occasion. And so, late into the night, I brought out my dress, worked on it, ironed it. The following day, I dressed up and off I went at the wedding. I had to push myself. I had to push myself. So you are who you are, but your reality is actually that of God. It's what God defines you to be. It's what God says. It's who God says you are. So that's our reality, regardless of your person. I know we all have our different mental health levels, but let what you embrace be who God has defined you to be. Is temperament spiritual? Temperament is what it is. Is mental health spiritual? Mental health is what it is, but our reality is who God has defined us to be and what God says about us. Somebody was sharing Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 23 with me yesterday, or that passage of Bible that talks about the fact that I know who you are even while you were still in your mother's womb. Okay, and the person said that he saw another translation of it that says, I know, I know my, I, okay, I'm just going to look for the translation and pin it up here so you can see. Thank you for watching. My name is Mom, this is Uni Sports. I felt to have a little bit of a rant and it turned out to be, say, a good content. So, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, you want to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up and comment down below what you think about temperament. Is temperament spiritual? Is mental health spiritual? Please. Like I said, my own opinion is temperament is what it is, mental health is what it is, but our reality is actually who God has defined us to be. So I come up again for another amazing content on my channel. You want to subscribe, like, comment, and share with loved ones if you need this content. Again, keep reading LD and stay blessed. Bye.